Hi, my name is Dr. Natalie Candela. I'm a hypnotherapist and a transformation coach. Welcome to my channel. You're about to listen to a recording of one of my regression sessions. Enjoy. I want you to tell me the very first thing that you see below you, or the very first impression that you have as you reach the surface.
I just feel like it's nighttime and maybe cold. There's like a tree branch over me, but not a lot of leaves on it, but nothing in the land out beyond me.
When you say there's a tree branch above you, are you under a tree?
Yes, but it's like to the side. I just see a branch leaning over me.
So look down at where your feet are and you will know what you're wearing on your feet.
I don't feel like I'm wearing any shoes. Barefoot.
Okay, and how about your body? Tell me what you're wearing on it.
Just like a gown, something light, flowy.
Is it long?
I think it's long, like above my ankles though.
What else can you tell me about it?
Light colored, maybe a little ruffly. It feels cold as well.
Is it something that you wear outside in public, or is it just like a nightgown?
I want to say more like a nightgown.
Okay. And how does the ground feel under your feet?
Hard.
Do you feel comfortable being outside like this?
I'm normal, I guess.
Are you in a male or a female body?
Female.
Young or old?
Young.
About what age?
Late teens, early 20s.
Are you healthy?
I think so.
Become aware of what else you see outside around you, even if it's nighttime. As your eyes adjust, you will be able to see better.
I feel like I see a small house, not very kept up with.
Is it close to you?
Yeah, like not even a football field away.
Do you know who this house belongs to?
It feels kind of like I'm staying there, but I don't necessarily call it home.
So I'd like you to just become more aware of where you are at the moment and why you are there at that time.
I feel like I'm just observing the land, like checking on the land.
And why does it need to be checked on?
Maybe because everything's so cold.
What are you looking for?
Growth, the plants, just everything around. It's so bare. The flowers are gone and the trees aren't green. And it's like I'm looking for that.
When you observe the land, are you worried or curious, or do you do something about it?
I think I was sent out there to look for something, like a good sign, but there's not.
And if you see that sign, what would you need to do?
Go to the house and tell someone maybe there.
And what is the sign that you're looking for?
I feel like I want there to be growth on the land, and it's like maybe my fault if there's not. So I'm kind of like nervous about it, but it's cold at the same time, so it's almost not my fault.
The thing that would tell you that progress is being made or things are moving in the right direction, what would it look like?
I think I'm looking for crops starting to grow.
And you're looking for that at nighttime?
Yeah, or it just seems like it's dark and cold, but I was sent out there at that time.
And so what do you decide to do then?
I feel hesitant to go back and give bad news.
So you stay out there?
Yeah.
And how long do you spend there?
Maybe a couple hours.
Does anything change around you?
I don't think so.
So just allow those images to fade. And on the count of 3, I'd like you to see yourself standing in front of the place where you live or where you stay. 1, 2, and 3. Tell me what you see.
The house looks pretty worn down. There's a porch and a front door with just windows on either side.
Is this the house you were seeing before?
Yes.
Are there any things next to the house?
I see another tree without a lot of leaves.
So you can go ahead and enter the house and tell me what you see there.
I feel like it's dusty and run down inside as well. Lots of old wood furniture.
What kind of furniture do you see?
I see like a kitchen table and some chairs, but not much else.
How big is the house?
Small, like when you walk in, the living room is to the side, but there's nothing really there, and then the kitchen table is placed a little further back from that.
How many chairs do you see around?
I think 3.
Are there any places to sleep?
I think maybe there's a downstairs.
So go ahead and find where the sleeping arrangements are.
There's some light towards some stairs that go downstairs. And there's like a heater. One of those potbelly stove looking things, just to heat, but it's giving us light as well. I think there's a woman, and she seems older than me. I feel like I'm not as taken care of as she is, but she takes care of me. I feel like she's not my mom, but I consider her, maybe. And that's where sleeping is too, right near there. But it's more of makeshift beds, not actual beds.
And who lives in that house right now, other than the 2 of you?
I feel like her and I stay there for a purpose. Like maybe somebody has us doing a job.
So I'd like you to see yourself engaged in a conversation or any kind of event that begins to bring back the understanding, the awareness of the task that you're there to perform.
I feel like we're supposed to be growing food and things, but we're struggling. Somebody's expecting it to be done.
And when you're growing food, is it like actual planting and taking care of the...
More like she tends. I feel like I'm there to help, but I might even serve a different purpose.
And this purpose will reveal itself as though the curtains open up. So what purpose are you serving there?
I feel like I see visions. I was out there touching the ground to like see a vision, but it wasn't good. It wasn't growth that I was looking for. I saw just the cold and the darkness. Maybe it was more of my vision I was seeing before, of like the cold and the darkness and no food growing. I can see things almost before they happen. I feel almost like that's why I'm being kind of hidden. They need me. There's like a man, I feel like, who's overseeing this, but he's not there at the moment.
So you're providing the visions and the older woman is doing the actual physical work?
Yes, and she cares for me.
And what are you trying to produce? What is she growing?
I feel like it's almost just crops, like corn and...
Is it for food?
Yes.
Is it a large amount of crops?
I think a large amount. There's a lot of land.
So I'd like you to go into your vision space and just tell me how you enter into that space where you can see things.
It's by touching, like the bare feet and everything. It's the physical touch of things. Helps me have a knowing.
And so when you touch things, you see that it will be cold and nothing will grow.
Mm-hmm.
And when you come out of that vision, if you look outside now, does it look the same as it did in the vision, or does the outside look different now?
I see sun, but still no growth or anything.
And so I'd like you now, on the count of 3, to see yourself having a meal. 1, 2, and 3. And just tell me what you're experiencing.
I feel like I'm still downstairs and sitting where the heater is in the bed, like eating a soup or something. Nothing that I enjoy, but just to eat. And the kitchen table doesn't seem used.
Are you eating by yourself?
The woman is with me, but I don't think is eating.
And what's in the soup? What does it taste like?
Some sort of potato or some starchy food. It's very liquidy, almost watered down. Wooden bowl, everything's wooden.
So allow those images to fade. And on the count of 3, I'd like you to travel to the place and the time when the task was assigned to you. 1, 2, and 3. Tell me what's happening.
I feel like I'm being taken. There's some sort of fighting maybe in the community, and I'm being taken from my family so they can use me for that purpose.
Who's taking you?
A man.
What does he look like?
He looks clean. He's got chin-length hair and a mustache. Probably in his 40s, late 40s. Looks like he's wearing some sort of old military outfit, like red British coats.
He has come in to take you away?
I feel like my family's being taken too, but I'm not going with them.
Who else is in your family?
I see a mom, a brother that's younger than me, and a girl that's even younger. I don't feel the presence of Dad, but not that he's not around, he's just not there maybe.
And when they come in, what do they say? Or when he comes in?
I don't really feel like too much is said. He just says I'm coming with him. We were worried something was going to happen. We didn't know what, because it feels almost like things were happening, but we were still surprised.
What happens next?
I don't see much except for him just taking me away, the family getting further.
So is somebody else taking the family?
Yes. I'm not sure if those people are even with him or if they're a separate group of people.
And you can just become aware of that, or your family is being taken and by whom.
They're wearing different colors, so they're not exactly part of his group, but he must have power over them because he was able to go in there and get what he wanted around them and them still get what they wanted. Almost like a negotiation happened.
Is it beneficial to them in some way to take your family?
I believe so, but I'm not seeing why. Maybe just to work for them.
And what is the reason that he wants to take you?
For my visions.
How does he know about your visions?
I feel there's something with the town. The people that I know from town may have told.
Go back in time for a moment to one of the times when you had a vision and you shared it. And just tell me what happened.
I think I had a vision of them coming. That's how we knew they were coming.
Go back to a time when you had a vision that was maybe meant for your town or was beneficial in some way.
I feel like I'm younger and there's a boy from town that I'm friends with, and I knew there would be flowers and we go to the flowers and pick them together. I had a vision of these flowers being somewhere and was able to take him to them. It wasn't typical.
Were they important to the town?
No. It was just how I knew that I could see things.
Okay. And how old were you at that time?
Like 8.
Was anybody else in your family with a vision like that?
I don't know. I don't think so.
How did your family react to this?
I think they were accepting. I don't think they realized it could ever be a problem. Something would happen because of it in the future.
And how did the town react to you?
It wasn't a very large town, and there was some people, especially some men, that thought it was strange. I could see them looking at me funny, but I don't feel like I cared.
Are you aware of how the information went from your town to this man that came to get you?
I keep seeing one man in particular, so I'm curious if maybe he had something to gain from telling.
And you will gain sudden clarity on that, just a knowing of how the information was passed down.
I feel like there was people wanting to expand on the land, and he must have got some sort of authority by telling them about me and how I could help them, and they came to us and took me. But mainly the guy in the red. He's not who the man told about me, but that's the man who came to get me.
And so in exchange for you, he's getting more land?
I think he gets like authority over the land. Like it's not, I think they take over, but he gets a better deal out of it. Less work and more supervision.
So let's go back to the moment when this man in the red coat is taking you away. And just describe to me what you're experiencing.
I feel like there's horses. I feel like he takes me alone through the fields, but he takes me a distance away to the house where the woman is.
Does he talk to you?
He's telling me he wants me to make sure no one's coming and make sure the crops will grow. There's something about food. Maybe there's not enough food anywhere, and our land's supposed to be good for it. He wants me to know that the food is going to grow, but I don't see that.
Do you tell him that?
It's like I'm trying to decide if I want to lie, because he won't be happy with me if I don't tell him what he wants.
Does he understand that you can't make the crops grow?
I feel like he doesn't care. Like he just wants what he wants. I don't know if he misunderstands the vision. Maybe he does think that if I have a good vision, I make it happen. But if I have a bad vision, it's my fault that I made that happen.
So how long do you stay in that house before you have that vision at nighttime?
I feel like I've been there for probably months. When I see myself being taken, I'm more put together, like a little more weight, a little more clean and just healthy feeling. Like my hair is up even, I feel. And then in the house, I feel just not as taken care of. Like I'm unable to take care of myself. I feel like I've dropped weight.
In that time, have you given him any visions?
It's like he already just knew, and that's what he's expecting of me the whole time. Anytime he comes, he wants like an update, but I never have good news, and it makes him angry.
So do you tell him the truth then?
I feel like I do tell him the truth because I know he gets angry when I tell him. And that's why I sometimes consider lying. He must punish me somehow because I'm wanting to lie to avoid making him angry at me.
And so just allow that image to fade away. And on the count of 3, you're going to move to the next significant moment or the next significant event. 1, 2, and 3. Tell me what's happening.
I feel like there's more people that come. They're not with him, but more men. I don't feel like they're mean like he is, but they're wanting the same. They're looking for food. There has to be like a famine or something happening. There's not enough food. The weather's not good. That's the goal, is food. Which I guess makes sense why I've lost more weight too.
What are they trying to grow?
I mainly just see the crop field, the corn crops. I don't feel like that's the only thing we're lacking, but that's what they have been known to grow where I'm at. Mm-hmm. So that's what I'm supposed to be focusing on.
What happens when more people come?
They end up taking us, me and the woman, but not for the same purpose. They're just taking us.
So I'd like you to become aware of who this man is that got you, that brought you there, that's mean to you.
I think he's a general of some sort. He's not like the highest up or anything, but he's in charge of a certain group of people. I think he's supposed to be going out and finding land and getting food for his people. I feel like that's part of why he's mad, because maybe he's getting in trouble too, because he's not doing his job. The woman wants me to lie too sometimes because she feels bad for me.
So what does he do to you when you give him bad news?
I feel like he hits me in the face, like slaps me.
And so just become aware of what happens next.
I feel like he asked me about the men coming, and I told him. I knew that was happening, and that really made him mad. And he's like blaming me. It's like he thinks I'm a witch or something, that I'm making all of this happen. It doesn't seem like she's being treated badly, like she must be from his community or something, but she does care for me. And she tells me I should lie sometimes because he doesn't like it when I tell him what I see.
And how do you feel about that?
I think I just hate him, so I almost enjoy him not getting what he wants. So that's why I choose not to lie all the time. I feel like I have lied, but maybe he ends up getting more mad.
So he didn't expect these people to come and...
I think he had heard that there was people, and he asked, and I told him I did see men coming. Now I'm starting to feel like maybe they were coming to check on the progress. I still feel like they're not in the same group as him, but they were checking on him. And he was upset because the crops weren't grown, or weren't going to be grown, because he had asked me if I saw the crops, like healthy crops. And I said no. And it made him mad because the men were coming and I didn't see healthy crops.
And so when they see that not enough progress is being made, what happens?
That's when they decide to just take us out of there. I feel like they were more kind, though, and they understood that this location was no good, and they're more mad at him.
Where do they take you?
I'm just feeling like I'm in a wagon or something. I don't feel like I'm on a long trip.
Okay, just see yourself arriving to your destination. And when you see yourself there, just describe to me what happens.
I feel like there's a wooden gate in a community, and I go through the gate.
What's inside?
Just a normal town. Seems like there was some stores, but no one really working right now. But it seems like it's not bad. Where I was from was small and we were running out of resources. This place feels like it does have some resources.
Tell me how people are dressed.
Hats, dresses, maybe some aprons on the women. Boys just have shorts and suspenders even, some of them.
And where do they take you?
There's a small house in the community that me and the woman go to stay at.
Are you given any other tasks?
They're like giving us a break. The man that was driving us was maybe higher up and more kind. I feel like the mean man might have been working for them, but his actions were not what he was supposed to be doing. He was doing that for his own gain.
And what is the language that everybody's speaking around you?
It's English.
Okay, and are you aware of what town you're in?
I feel like it's like in England or something. It feels like we have like a more British accent.
And so just move forward in time to the next significant event in this life and just tell me what's happening.
I feel like I see a lot of light, like things are happier, but I'm not happy because I still don't have my family. Like my family is this woman now.
Are you still in the same town?
Mm-hmm. I think I just live there now.
And what do you do during the day?
I'm sitting out front of the house and I just see children playing. I see a market, but I'm just alone. Like I don't have a partner or kids myself.
And how old are you now?
I feel like I would be late 20s, early 30s at this point.
Is somebody taking care of you?
I feel like they just brought me there and let us live there. But the woman has always been a part of this community somehow. And she's like a cook or a gardener, like she takes care of food somehow.
So does she work outside of your home?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think she just supports me.
So is there...
After that.
anything that you might want to do to earn money? Why do you not work?
I feel like I'm just scared of being treated badly by a boss or something. Maybe I'm scared of somebody finding out there, like the people that actually live near me don't know.
Do you still have the visions?
I feel like I've blocked them off for the most part. Like it's been a while. I just feel very present. I try to avoid seeing the future.
And is the woman okay with the way things are, with her working and you staying at home?
Yes. Because I think she likes to take care of me, just something about what we've been through together. We're almost like partners, just not, romantically.
And so on the count of 3, I'd like you to move to the last day of that life. 1, 2, and 3. And just tell me what you're experiencing.
I feel like I'm still pretty young. I feel like I'm in my 30s probably. And I'm just sick. But I'm not afraid. I feel like I knew. And I felt like I didn't get much out of life, and I just was okay with that.
And what is your illness?
I can't tell. I just know I'm really sweaty and sick, like really feverish.
How long do you have that illness?
I feel like it almost developed from like a cough, and then slowly over time I was just really sick. And the woman, I think, just took care of me. That's part of why I didn't work as much. Maybe I was kind of sick already.
So did you say you had a vision that you would get ill?
Almost just like a profound knowing. Maybe more of that.
Move to the last moments of that life. Where are you?
I'm at the house that I live with the woman and in bed. And
Is there anybody there?
Just her. I imagine her giving me more soup, but I just don't really have an appetite or can't move that well.
And do the two of you talk at all?
I don't feel like we do. She's just there with me.
And so with the next breath, just allow your spirit to gently lift out of your body and begin to float above. And as you look back at the life that you left behind, what do you feel?
Relief, peace, and I feel well now. I feel like I give love and gratitude to the woman.
Now as you rise higher and higher in your awareness, you begin to understand and put the pieces of the puzzle together. And you can begin to get a greater knowing of this entire life, this entire journey. And in fact, you begin to understand and remember the purpose that you set for this journey when you were planning it on a soul level. So what is the purpose that you had for this life experience?
I think I was supposed to help others, and I would have been able to use my visions to help, but I think I decided eventually not to use them anymore, and I became more of a loner. I didn't have much of relationships with anybody.
And you decided not to use your gift. Why?
I think after my experience with the man, I got scared that people wouldn't like what I had to say, or I couldn't be truthful about some of the things. I think I felt it was best to just avoid using it. I didn't want to go through the difficulty of it, I guess.
So now as you're looking at it from the higher perspective, what do you feel about this life experience and the choices that you made?
I feel like I blocked myself from a lot of things. I never really overcame the trauma. I feel like I didn't get a lot of time to really even try to overcome it because I ended up getting sick.
So I want you to just become aware of your body in that life and to communicate with your body and ask it where it stored the trauma that you experienced energetically. Where was it holding the trauma?
Just in my subconscious. I let it affect me by being alone, but I never actually faced it, like brought it forward.
Is it time for you to let go of it?
Yes.
Okay. So I'm going to touch your forehead, just symbolically tapping into your subconscious right now. And as you focus on this touch, I want you to imagine that there is a stream of energy that begins to float out, vent out through your forehead. The energy that you had stored that is not supportive of you, that is holding you back, and as it is released, it releases all the blocks that you have been feeling. It is also sending healing all through your body, replacing all that stale energy that has been held back with the beautiful green healing light. Now I want you to become aware from a soul perspective. Just the importance of the ability that you had in that life, the visions that you had. Is that openness to spirit part of the life as Brittany, part of the experience that you came here for now?
Yes. I think my soul in general is a healer, and maybe in that life I was supposed to heal people with my visions, and that in this life I can probably tap back into those abilities.
Let's do that right now. I want your soul now to help you bring forward and really energize that connection that you had with spirit, that skill, that ability to connect. Because it is your ability, you have developed it. You can claim it. So I'd like you to imagine that this image of that young woman that had the visions appears in the air in front of you, and you have an ability now to reach for it and just claim it for your own. Now you have a choice to not take it, and it is entirely up to you. But if you choose, you can claim it for your own and bring that ability into your life with you right now. And perhaps this time around then have a different experience where you can fully step into that power and fully use the skills and gifts that are given to you. And allow the fears, the doubt to vent through the top of your head, allowing it to be released into the universe and be transmuted. As it is transmuted, it is replaced within your body, within your energy field by a beautiful golden white light that energizes you, empowers you, makes you whole. And do you feel that you have it?
I do.
Is there anything else that is important for you to get from that experience?
I feel like it's letting me know that the mother I had before the woman really cared for me as well and took good care of me. The mother figures in my life are very important.
And is any of them in your current life as Brit?
I feel like my birth mother is my mother now.
Allow all of those scenes to begin to drift away, giving much love and thanks to all the entities that we have been interacting with. Welcome back. I hope you enjoyed the session. Please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And if you click on the bell, you will be notified of any of my future postings. Thank you. Bye.